Hello coding aliens, we are back again with an awesome project of 2021, Google Drive clone. We are using React Bootstrap for styling the user interface, React Context API for state management, Google Cloud Platform for real-time data upload and fetch, and Firebase for user authentication. You will see the implementation of React hooks and full-fledged user authentication plus the styling and uploading of the data on cloud. So are you guys excited? Let me know in the comments below. So let's go to the demo of this build. First of all, I have deployed this project. Okay, let me get to there. Okay, now you can see here it is here a very nice user interface for the login. So I am not doing any CSS stuff here. It is all because of the React Bootstrap. So you guys will see how React Bootstrap will going to work here. So this is the login. So this will be your first landing page when a new user get onto this build. So you have to simply log in first of all, because I have no any account. So basically I'm going to simply sign up here. So for sign up you have to simply provide your email here. So I'm going to simply provide my email. So let me provide my email here. I am using the Firebase sign up method here. So basically you guys will also do how this Firebase sign up on everything will in this build. So let me sign in first. So here I have signed in here. So now you can see here I have signed in here basically, and when a successful sign in you will throw to the home page of this. Now you can see here a Google Drive clone, and now you can see here is the profile. So basically this is the profile. You can simply log out from here, or here you can simply update your profile. So let me show you how this profile updation will work. On clicking this you will see an update profile page is opened here. You can see here we are using the route here or the link here. So basically you will get all these things to know in this build. So be at last or be till the end of this video. Okay, so I'm going to simply update my passwords here. So I'm going to simply update the password here. Okay, now once again I'm going to simply update the password here. On clicking this update you will see the updation. Okay, so we have already updated my password. I will show you in the Firebase how this user authentication we are done, and you will see a bunch of options in the a bunch of information of the registered user on your Firebase. So let me click on this back button. Now you can see here there is a two icon, which is upload file, and there is for creation of folder. So basically I'm going to simply create a folder here. So I'm going to simply create a folder. This folder name will simply push to the Google Cloud Platform, and you will see a unique ID that will render in the address bar. So basically I'm going to simply add a folder name here. So I'm going to simply add here the folder name of code with a key. On clicking add folder, now you can see here is folder is already rendering, and it is now showing on your home page. On clicking this folder, now you can see here /folder 95 and everything the unique ID. So basically for generating this unique ID we are going to use UUID, which is a very nice package that gives a very unique ID, generate a very unique ID. So basically we are inside this folder of this code with the key. Now it's time to upload some file here. So I'm going to simply upload a file here. Now you can see I'm going to simply upload here file here. Now you can see there is a progress bar, and there will be a slider like this progress bar, and with the percentage here. Now it will uploaded here. Now you can see here on instant upload the things directly rendering here inside this directory. Now you can see here now click on this. Now you can see this is the Firebase storage googleapis.com, and this information is directly fetched from the real cloud platform, the Google real cloud platform that is provided here. So are you guys interested, or are you guys pumped up for this amazing build? So let me know in the comments below. I'm going to simply drop a bunch of important things inside this build, and that will surely boost your your programming skills and the full stack build. So now you can see I'm going to simply add another folder here. So basically I'm going to simply add another file. I'm going to simply push the folder here. So this is the JPG. Now I'm going to simply add another type of file, which is a PDF. So basically I'm going to simply add this PDF here. So on clicking this, okay, now you can see there will be okay. So here the progress bar is not showing because it is very small file, so that's why it is not showing. Now you can see on clicking this, you will see this PDF is now rendering here. So everything is now fetched from the real-time Google Cloud platform. So now I'm going to simply add another file here. So I'm going to simply add another type of file. We are done with this JPG PDF. Now I'm going to simply add RAR file, that is a compressed version of things. Now click on this, you will see this compressed.zip file, it will be also rendering here. So now you guys will see we have a bunch of things to implement in this build. Now when clicking on this zip file, you can see here it automatically downloaded. It automatically download inside your download directory or the directory that you have set already inside this build. So now you can see here we are done with this. You can add a bunch of folder names as you want. So this is the first thing that I have shown you. So basically we are done with this profile. On clicking this logout, the React Context API will work from here, and it will simply clean up, unsubscribe each and everything and save each and everything for the user in the client end. So on clicking this logout, now you can see we are again back to the login page. You have to simply, if you let me add the here my Gmail first of all. So this is my Gmail. I'm going to simply log in here. So I'm going to show you how this login will work here. So on clicking the wrong password, now you will see here there will be a error shown. So now you can see here they failed to log in. This is the error. So basically it is a full validation or authentication that is usually done it from the real cloud platform or the Firebase that we are using here. So on clicking this login, okay, I think I am putting the wrong password once again here. Okay, fine. Now login here. Now you can see, okay, okay, fine, let me do it for this. So basically I have forget about the password that I have put it for the first time. So basically I am going to simply add another email. I am going to simply log in with another email here. So I am going to simply click on this login. Now you can see here we have thrown, because we have already created the folder here. So this is the IK folder and the Akash folder that is I have created earlier here. So on clicking this folder, now you can see here we have these things here already uploaded here. So now you can see here is these things. So here you guys will see full-fledged user authentication in this build. So let's go to show you one more thing here. So we have this forget password option here. So on clicking this forget password, you have to simply provide your email that you have already passed. If you have provided the valid email, then it will send email to your email address or the Gmail, Google Mail, and you guys will get a link from there. You can simply click on this link and you can easily reset your password. So now on clicking this, so basically we are putting the wrong email. So I am going to simply add right email here. Click on this. Now you can see check your inbox for the further instruction. So I'm not showing you my Gmail yet because of some security issue. So I'm going to simply pause this and I'm going to simply show you the email, exact email. So let me do this first. So now you guys can see here, reset your password for the project here. This is the project ID. You guys will get this project ID from the Firebase. So basically this is the project ID here. Now you can see here, drive clone aki.firebaseapp.com. so basically we have this link here. So you guys can simply got your password from here on clicking this link. So you have to simply click on this. So this is a full-fledged user authentication and the forget password feature that I have implemented in this build. So this build will no doubt gonna be a very interesting one. So you can see here we have this reset password like this. Now you can add a new password here. So I'm going to simply add a new password here. So you guys can see here a very important thing here. Now you can see the password is changed here. So here we are done with this. We have changed this password here. Now it's time to go back to here. Now you can simply click on login here, and inside of this login, instead of this hard coded, I'm going to simply click add the Gmail that I have resetted the password here. So where we are done with this. Now on clicking this login, you will see we are thrown back to our home page here. So this is a full-fledged user authentication with real-time Cloudflare stored on the Google Cloud Platform storage feature and the user authentication using the Firebase. So let's go to the coding section of this build. So what do you have to simply go? Let's go to your Visual Studio Code and open it here. So inside this Visual Studio Code, you guys have to simply open the terminal first of all. So simply you have to open the terminal here. Inside this terminal, you have to fire the command npx create react app and the name of the project. So I'm going to simply the right directory first of all here. So now you guys can simply fire the command npx create react app and the name of the project, that is Google Drive. So on hitting the enter button, now it will take some time and it will create a boilerplate and the project setup for the React application here. So this is the foremost part of this build. So you have to simply add here the create React application, that is a command for creating a React application. It will generate a Babel or everything, the React script, and it will take care of each and everything that is prior to run the React application. So it will take some time. So let's give it some time here. Now you guys can see here it is still installing. The create react app command is still running here. So next you guys have to simply do the Firebase stuff here. So you have to simply go to here firebase.google.com. now here you guys have to simply create a project here. For here you guys will get all these user authentication and everything here from. So I'm going to simply add here another account here. Now click on this add project here. So inside here you have to simply provide the name of your project. So I'm going to simply give the name here Google Drive okay, Google Drive clone. Okay, so I have given the name here. Click on this continue. Now here you have to simply click on this continue once again. Here you can simply click on this Google Analytics. So I'm going to simply add here the default account for the Firebase, create project here. Now it will create your sample project here, and you guys can add a bunch of functionality when this thing will implement here. So basically you have to simply click you have to simply wait for this thing to complete here. So let's go to the coding section here. So you guys can see here it still loading here. So here you can see here it is finishing up here. Now click on this continue. Now we have this we are successfully build or create a project on the Firebase. Now click on this wave, this wave icon here. So click on this. You have to simply register your project, so simply register the project here. So simply go here and click on this. So here if you want the Firebase hosting, now click on this Firebase hosting here. Now click on this add Firebase hosting here. It will simply do all the required stuff here. So simply click on this next. You have not to worry about anything, we will cover it later. Now you can see here we have this Google clone already here. Now click on this, go to the very down here, now you can see very down on the page here. Now you can see here we have this config. So basically you have to simply copy this config and you have to simply paste inside a folder. So I will do it later. Now we have configured the Firebase here. Now it's time to authenticate. So for the authentication, now you can see this is the authentication. So now click on this authentication here. So you can see here we can simply authenticate user authentication and the manage user from the variety of the providers we have this. So let's go and click on this get us started. Now you will get a bunch of options here for sign-in providers. So you have Google, Play Games, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, PayPal, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo. So in this build I am going to simply authenticate the user by the email and the password. So click on this here and you have to simply enable it by toggling on this. Now click on this save. Now it will enable the email password authentication method. Now we are done with this. Now it's time to click on this Cloud Firestore here. Okay, real-time database here. So click on this real-time database. It will set up, it will create a database here. So simply don't do anything here, simply click on this next. Here you have to simply check the test mode here. So click enable. Now you will get a real-time database here. Now it's time to go back to our coding section here. You guys can see it is now extracting here. So we are done with this. It will now it will done in a couple of seconds. Okay, now you can see we are done with this. So we have this real-time database. So now we have you have to simply go to the Google Cloud Platform. So let's go to Google Cloud Platform. Here you will get a bunch of options. So you have to simply create a Google Cloud Platform account if you don't have this. So yeah, I'm going to simply log in with another Gmail here. So we have to simply click on this Google Cloud Platform. Click on this here. You can see here get started for free. So basically it will take it is free for some data. So you can simply add this free feature to your account. So let's click on this console.cloud. So console on the very up on the navigation bar, you guys can see here the console here. So now click we are clicked on the console already. It is now loading. So let it render first. Let's go back to the coding section first of all. So you can see here it is still extracting here. Okay, now you can see it is taking some more time here. Now you guys can see here we have already created a Google Drive clone earlier here. So you have to simply click on this new project. So click on this new project here. So you have to simply provide the name of this project here. So here give in the name here. So Google clone okay, Google Drive okay, make me like this. Okay, now fine. Google Drive, here the project name, we have no organization here, so let it blank. Okay, now click on this create. Now it will create another project here. So we have this project, Google, not a Google clone and Drive clone, we have this another. Okay, now it is creating, so it will take some time. Okay, so it is created already. Now click on this. Okay, so we are done with this. Now you have to simply create the indexes. So for this I will do it later. I will create indexes later. So you can see we are done with this. Now it's time to go back to the coding section here. So let's go to the coding view here. So you can see we are done with this npx create react app. Now it will load, remove all the duplicate or the unnecessary dependencies once again. So you guys can see here, we are already created this React application, a boilerplate React application here. So are you guys excited for this build? So from now the real coding and the real thing will start here after this. So okay, now you guys can see here we have this project setup initialization already completed here. Now it's time to simply go to your terminal and simply start the React application. So for starting the React application, you guys have to simply fire the command npm start. So after this you guys can see a nice spinning logo of React inside your browser. So let's go and fire the command npm start inside your terminal. Now now you guys can see a very nice spinning React logo. When you got this, then you are good to go, and you guys can now create this build. So let it render first of all. So here we have already fired the command npm start here. So it will start our project here. Now you guys can see a very nice spinning logo, React logo here. So our React application is already started here. Now it's time to install all the dependencies first of all to go ahead prior to the coding. So first of all I'm going to simply install all the dependencies and all the things that I'm going to simply use in this build. So I'm going to simply install all the dependencies here. So you guys have to simply do all these things here. So first of all I'm going to simply import the bootstrap here first of all. So you have to simply install the bootstrap first of all. So npm I bootstrap. So we are going to use the bootstrap here, React bootstrap here. So React bootstrap. So we are using this React bootstrap. I'm going to simply use here the React router DOM for all the switches, for all the route, and for creating or transferring from one page to another page, and there will be a link from one page to another page in this build. Now you can see here. So on clicking this, you can see here we have this /user here. On clicking this update, now you can see we have this update profile here. So each and these things is implemented because of this React router DOM. So I'm going to simply import these things. So here we have included here. Now you can see here we have I'm going to install the bootstrap, React bootstrap, React router DOM. Okay, so next I'm going to generate a very unique ID. For this I'm going to simply install the UUID. Okay, now we are going to simply use the icons here. On clicking this cancel, now you can see on clicking the back, now you can see we have these two icons here, and the one icon here, the folder icon, this file icon. So for this icon I'm going to simply get this icon from the Fort Awesome. So here I'm going to simply add these things also here. So after this UUID I'm going to simply import the Fort Awesome Fort AWESOME Fort Awesome / SVG code. So font awesome SVG code. You will get each and everything from the documentation of this Fort Awesome. So I'm going to simply import this, install the, first of all I'm going to simply install this Fort Awesome. Okay, fine. Fort Awesome SVG code and font awesome SVG code or font awesome icon. So for this icon I am going to simply install the free solid SVG icons. Okay, and the React Fort Awesome. So for this once again I am going to simply paste it here. So here Fort Awesome and the React Font Awesome. So this is for the React Font Awesome. Okay, so we are going to import the following things. So for importing the things, first of all you have to simply install all the packages here. So we have this Bootstrap, we have this React Bootstrap, React Router DOM, UUID, we have this Font Awesome SVG code, free solid SVG icons, and the React Font Awesome. So here you can simply click or simply hit the enter button here. It will simply install each and every packages that you have mentioned here. So it will take a bunch of your it will take a couple of minutes to process it here. So give it some time here. So guys, you can see here we have already installed the required dependencies here. So we have this Font Awesome SVG code, free solid style icons, React Font Awesome, this Bootstrap, React Bootstrap, React Router DOM, and the UUID. So we are now good to go here. So now our next step is to simply do some cleaning stuff here. So for cleaning, what I am going to do, I am going to simply delete the test file first of all. So here I am going to simply delete the test file. So let's go and delete the test file first of all. So here you guys can simply delete the test file. So here I'm going to simply delete this setup test.js. okay, so I'm going to simply here simply delete this test file here. So simply delete the test here, click on this logo.svg app test. I'm not going to simply do any CSS here, so I'm going to simply delete this app.css or index.css. And now okay, click on this. Now delete each and everything we have here. Now I'm going to simply delete it here. Now let's go to your deployed version. Now it will throw an error because of this. So let's go to your app.js. Now inside here you have to simply grab this and simply delete this. Now grab this header section here and delete the all here. Now for the testing you have I'm going to simply pass here hello from app. Let's build Google Drive clone. Save this. Now you can see here hello from Google app will render on the screen inside your browser. So here refresh it one more time. Okay, app.css. okay, fine. Here simply delete this import statement also. Save this. Now you can see okay, index.css. let's go to your index.css. Here this index.css, grab this. Okay, delete this, save this, refresh it one more time. Now you can see here hello from the app. Let's build the Google Drive clone. So now we are good to go here. Now let's go to your app.js. Inside this app.js we guys have to simply build this thing here. So we have this we have to simply build this home page here. So home page here, inside the here home page we have a very nice navigation bar here, and here we have another section here. So I am going to simply build a navigation bar or navigation component. So for this I am going to simply do the following stuff here. So here, so you can see here we have this navigation bar. So we have this component. So first of all I am going to simply create a folder name of the name of components. So components here, components. So here we have these components. Grab this app.js and put it inside this component folder. Okay, so now okay, so here now you can see we have this component. Inside this component I am going to simply create another folder for all the front end here. So I am going to simply create another folder for the front end. So this is the front end. So here inside of this front end we have this navigation bar. So for this navigation bar I am going to simply create another file for this. Here is navbar.js. So here we have this navbar.js. So inside this navbar.js I am going to simply produce a very nice snippet. So for this snippet you have to simply